Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. It's morning. Yeah. I woke up early, especially for you lovely people out there. Now, I was watching MLZB's salute to the troops last night for a couple hours, and I had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. Let's put it like this. I'm glad he had it. I'm glad he did it. And I'm glad he's passionate about supporting the WWP community, but I had to leave. I had to go. So thanks for doing that, MLDB and Sassy and Second Chance and Cash Money and whoever was all there, but I had to go, man. So sorry about that, but it was just me. Anyway, I was listening to another podcast last night or yesterday. I can't remember who exactly it was. It was somebody in the veteran community anyway. And could have been Fat Electrician. It might have been Eli, Double Tap. I don't know which one it was, but Eli's got his Eli has his what do I want to say? He has his thing that he's supporting, and that's autism and autistic research, and he sells shirts to raise money for that. And there are people who have a cause, and MLZBs happen to be the WWP, along with Vote for Pedro, and several others. It's their cause. I've been involved in the WWP through the coin community now for the last couple of years, and I still probably, but my course or my cause is Greenberry community, but that one, the Greenberry Foundation, that one won't get out there and get money and get. I guess maybe I'm going to have to redo and make my focus different. I'm going to have to make these videos more professional. Going to have to make these videos more polished. I don't know how to put that, but I may have to hire professionals to help me. A lot of guys do that. That's why I say, the title of this video is I'm gonna become a social media influencer, and I'm going to make millions of dollars. Well, you can maybe on TikTok and OnlyFans. If you get TikTok, if one of your videos goes viral, OnlyFans, if you get stupid people to send you money every month. I guess maybe I could do that. I could charge 99 cents a month if you wanted to have restricted access to my content. But my content bullshit anyway. I talk about bullshit. I talk about stuff that I'm thinking about at the time. Right now, well, since 2023 and having, well, 2020, actually 2020, I've been watching videos on YouTube. I think I quit watching TV in 2020. I actually just started watching YouTube. And anyway, I found the coin community and been supporting that. I did find knife community, and as of late, I found the panning community. And there is a community out there just for metal detecting. And a lot of the guys in the coin community are metal detectors. There is a knife community and specific knife communities too. There are I don't have one here, lockback communities, and there are fixed blade communities. I'm a fixed blade community, a fixed blade man. I'm not so much a lockback man. All right, so I found those communities. And there are communities out there for just about anything you can imagine, man. Specific communities. And of late, I watched the Iowa Trappers Association. There's an Iowa Trapper that comes on now that shows you actual trapping in Iowa in the wintertime. Yes, there are trappers. We still live. Grunwald, Fern Wool. They're the guys they sell out of Illinois, Forest, Illinois. They're the guys they sell deer hides to. I sold fur to them when I was trapping. I still have some weasels in the freezer. I got to sell to them next year. I sold deer hides to them this year. I made a video about that. Having to go to my Uncle Jim's funeral. Uncle Jim was a Vietnam era veteran, like me, only he was in during actual combat in Vietnam, but he didn't go to Vietnam. He was a truck driver in Germany. Uncle Joe, who was a fuel handler, he actually refueled shit at an air base. He went to Vietnam. He got mortared a couple times. He has the badges to prove it. I remember writing letters to them. My mom made us write letters to them as children. So he was a Korean War vet. He was actually in the war in Korea as a radio teletype operator and mechanic. And that's what I went into the Army for, as an electronics operator and repairman, basically a repairman. What was that time? 31 Bravo. Then they changed to 31 Victor. And then they changed it from 31 to 25. Juliet, I think. I don't know. That was after I left. I became a 31 Victor. I know that. 31 Bravo to 31 Victor. And then I went, after them 5 years, I went to 18 series. I went to Special Forces after that. So, when I enlisted right at the end of Vietnam. I enlisted 30 days before the official end of Vietnam. Boom. I was in that window. So I'm forever called a Vietnam era vet, but I'm not. I got alerted for Desert Storm. I didn't get mobbed. We just got alerted. Yeah. Didn't even get mobbed because it was over so quick. And I was in during Panama. I was in during Grenada. Had friends that went to Haiti for the elections. The first insurrection in Haiti I was in for. Didn't go to any of them. Not a one. So I never saw combat. During the second war in Iraq and Afghanistan, I was a civilian working for the Department of the Army, but I had already retired from the Army. So I was a gray area retiree. I wasn't 60 yet. And I volunteered, and I basically got the letter that says, we'll call you if we need you. So They didn't call, so evidently they didn't need. But yeah, that's how that went. Anyway, military influencers. There is a bunch of military influencers online, and there's one guy from Iowa here. I think he's from Marshalltown, called the Fat Electrician, and staunch anti-communist. History. He's a history teacher. I'm pretty sure he's a history teacher. But if you like history, and especially military history, good God, that man is wonderful. You really need to subscribe to his channel, fatelectrician.com, whatever. And he's on YouTube. He's also on the Unsubscribe podcast. Let's see who's all on there. Donut Operator, Brandon Herrera. Then they'll have special guests, military generally, but police also. Fat Electrician, Eli Double Tap. It's good, and I may be spending more time there. I'm starting to spend more time with military guys. I'm starting to spend more time with Canadian coin guys. Block is spending more time on his channel now. Joe Durbin, I like to spend time on his, and I like to spend time on the Coin Crews. But Coin Crew costs me per month to be on their channel. Durbin does it. Block does it. And I think I can find places to go that don't charge me money. So, yeah, I was on, and I paid a monthly to have a loyalty badge on $1 Million Megs, on Ashley Swag Fam. I did some on Ravenhawk. I did some on, there was another auction channel I was on. And I've let them all go now except for Coin Crew. So, and I might let them go too. Because everybody wants your money. Everybody wants to take your money. I don't want to give up my money anymore. I'd rather spend my money on things like this. Silver and gold. That's where I'd rather spend my money. All right. We got a couple of, and I've quit racing a lot. I still race some. Go to different streams and race because I like the people there, and I like to race every once in a while. But I'm not going to do as much as I did. I did a couple days ago. I did 6, 7, 8 races. And I did manage to win that 2025 Canadian Peace Dollar from Steve Looking for Silver. And a couple of banks on stack hands. And I won a something from Angry Warrior. So I did all right. I went to Silver Selling Machine and won some spots on Big Race. So I did all right for the last couple of days. But I always look at my return on investment, my ROI, and I did all right. I got basically a D3. So let's put it this way: I made my money back. And that's not the point of racing. A lot of times you'd like to win something, but I'm always looking at how much I spent, how much price of silver is, did I make a return on investment, blah, blah, blah. It's always in your mind. You're always doing that. So I'm spending more time on other channels, let's put it that way. And because my particular interest is in collecting Canadian stuff, I spend more time on channels that promote Canadian stuff or that sell Canadian stuff. Where I think I have the most fun and where my interests lie. So my interests are not like some of this silver is, I can, and this stuff is all going to go either to ginger or angry to get antique. Why? Don't want an antique because I like it the way it looks. This hunter, the hunter, because I hunt. I used to bow hunt. So that one will go get antique. This one got antiqued. And I want them to look like this. This is what Angry did. But Ginger also antiques. So I may give him a chance and see what his turnout like. This one is my, God, I love this one. I love Asgard. And it might just be because I like the coin, but when coins get busy like this with a lot of detail like this, here's another one I want antiqued. I think I'm going to get this one. Maid Marian. Another one that's very busy. I think will look better antiqued than silver. And then I'm going to do this one too. This series here should all be antiqued, I think. But I'm not interested in series. I'm not interested in any series. I mean, I do have one series that I have collected. That's the Perth P125 coins and rounds and bars and whatever. Anything marked with a P125. I'm interested in those because I think they have some historical significance. But other than that, no. It's like these proof sets. This one goes. I got it cheap enough. How about seven? There are $7 gold backs, and they're all different. I have two Wyomings in there, but 6 different ones. They all go. I don't collect gold backs. Even though I like the art, I think it's wonderful. I don't collect them. I don't think they're going to be a practical form of exchange. I don't think they'll get to that point. I have one investment, a startup that I invested $1,000 in Louisiana, and I forget. But you get on a local network and you trade back and forth with their community bucks. And you can take that from that community in Louisiana, move it to your community, and do a local. It's like my town here in Osage. If we were to do that, it'd be Osage bucks or something like that. And you can buy and sell and trade with those. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but it might. So that's why I invested $1,000 in. There's one of my investments, a startup that went bankrupt. I have another one that's taking off wonderfully. Origin Clear is taking off wonderfully. Oh, a clean water company. So, it's all a crapshoot. I invest in miners also. Mostly major miners. I have a couple of minor miners. They aren't doing well. The miners aren't doing well. The majors are doing well. So we'll see. We'll see. I believe in metals and assets, physical assets. Land is number 1. Metals, number 2. Industrial metals and monetary metals. Food, water, and anything that a person needs to live, I will invest in. Food, water, land, metals, Copper is another good investment. But those investments, do you keep for the long haul, or do you buy and sell on a daily or weekly basis? You're looking at the charts, and you're looking at movements, and anything above the 200 average, keep anything moving toward the 200-day average. You can do all that if you want. I don't have time for all that shit. When I invest in something, I want to hold it, and I want it to grow. I don't want it to go up, down, up, down, up, down, and have to trade every day or 2 days or whatever, and follow charts and indicators and all that shit. I don't want to do that. That's not me. But I want to buy something. I want to dollar cost average it. I want to hold it. I want it to go up, albeit slowly or quickly. And Bitcoin was one I should have got in way at the beginning, but I did. And I don't believe in digital currency, although that's the way we're going. Now, if they had a digital currency and it was backed by an asset, a physical asset, I would invest in that. But a digital currency that's backed by nothing but good faith and trust is exactly like the United States dollar is today. It's fucking worthless. So you can invest in Bitcoin. You can invest in Ethereum and God, there must be 1,000 other ones. You can invest in all of them if you want to. If you want to. And you might make some money, and good on you if you do. Glad you're making money. It's not for me, because that Bitcoin, that Ethereum, that whatever you're investing in is only as good as the United States dollar. Only as good. The only reason Bitcoin is as high as it is because there's only 32 million ever. No bullshit. If the creator wanted to, they go back and they can make more if they wanted to. So I don't trust. I don't trust. Like I don't trust the United States government. I don't trust. So let's put these coins away. Physical assets. Physical assets. And when it comes right down to it, yeah, this is pretty. See the hunter on it and all that shit. But when it comes right down to it, it's just silver. It's going to get fucking melted down and used for something else. Now, some of them might grow in value, collector value. It's not going to be these, but some of them might. Like, peace dollars, Morgan dollars, old currency, pre-33 gold, stuff like that. Any gold you buy that's not pre-33 or doesn't have any numismatic value is all going to get melted down. It's worth gold. That's what it's worth. It has to have some kind of a collector value to actually appreciate above spot price. So pre-33 is all right. I have never been a big pre-33 gold bug. However, there is one coin that I've always wanted, and that's that $20 gold eagle or double eagle. Always wanted one. I'll get one of these days. I don't have one. I did buy another, I think it was a 2016 quarter ounce Canadian for Special Service Force gold coin. I have one, but I'll take another one. It was a decent price. And about another gram or 2 gram bar of gold. An Arga Heraeus, or it might have been a Volcambi or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a good price, but it will all get melted down. It's just there's no collector value to it. The First Special Service Force coins may have a collector. They do have a collector value to them over and above what the spot price of gold is. And I am more interested in the First Special Service Force which is a joint, or was a joint Canadian-American infantry ranger type force during World War II. That's where special forces, us Green Berets, take our lineage from. So I am interested in our lineage, our history, and it has a numismatic value from Canada, so I collect it. I'm missing a couple yet, and I'll get them. I'm missing a 10th ounce gold 2013, a 10th ounce gold 2018. And I think I'm missing a 10th ounce. Let me look here, because I do have my spreadsheet. You guys all look at a spreadsheet on your computer. I look at a spreadsheet on paper. That's how old I am. All right, let's go to first special service horse here. My first SSF collection. I am missing a 2013 half-ounce silver coin. From 2013 to 2021, they made a half-ounce silver coin every year, without fail, except 2020. 2020, the COVID year, they did not make it. So I am missing a 2013 1/2-ounce silver coin. And I need one really bad if anybody's got one. I also am missing the 2013 1/10 ounce gold coin. There were certain years they made a 3/4 ounce silver. There were several years where they did, and I think I have all of them. There's some years, well, see, they did a 1/10 ounce gold every year too, but there were some years where they did a 1/4 ounce gold. I think four or 5 years they did a 1/4 ounce in addition to the 10th ounce. So I am missing a 10th ounce gold from 2013, a 1/2 ounce silver from 2013. I am missing a 1/10 ounce gold from 2018 and a 1/4 ounce gold coin from 2018. Those are the only ones I'm missing. See, from my whole collection right there, from my whole collection, that's what I'm missing. And as far as the 2016 10th ounce gold, I have one, but I bought another one just for shits and giggles. And for the 2015 1/2 ounce silver, I have 22 of those. Why do I have 22 of those? I needed one at one time, and the guy that was selling them said he was not going to break up a tube. He was going to sell the whole tube, and I only wanted one. So I bought the whole frickin' tube. And so what I decided I'm going to do, because I have a chapter, the Galen Kittleson chapter of the Special Forces Association here in Iowa, I am going to give every member one of those coins, I believe. Everybody who is a member of the association in Iowa, and I think there's it might be 20 of us or something like that. I don't think there's quite 20, but you have to have been a Green Beret from Iowa, and I will give you one of those coins. All right, I got a couple packages here. One from Silver Sewing Machine. I'm not sure what I got from her. And then I got this big heavy bastard from Durbin. We're going to open that one up. You guys are going to like that. There's some 5 or 10 ounces in there, I think. All right, camera down toward the table. Let's go camera down toward the table. We don't want to look at my belly, so we'll just go camera down to the table. All right, we're going to look this up. We'll get this guy out of the way to start with. We'll bring this one over here. And we'll show you the other side because it's got Angela's name on it. Now, I'm sure she doesn't really care about but she might. So, yeah. We're going to open that up. And I like to open these up so I can save them. You guys know I save them. I believe in a recycle. So, yeah. I'm going to have to try and do this without. I'll tell you what I'll do. Where's it at? There it is, right there. I'll bring this back here. And I'll do a little blacking out. Right there. How's that? We'll do a little blacking out. Because I got to kind of cut it like this. I don't want to get World Day. What is today? Tuesday? I don't know what's on today. I looked, there was nothing on this morning, so I got up this morning. I took my pain pills, and it says Gary on it. Okay, we're saving that one. There we go. And she used another one to do that with. You guys must get these cheap. I don't know. I don't get them as cheap as you guys do, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. There it is, the bar. She's been through the fire. If you didn't know better, Angela and her husband went through a house fire. And here's one of the pieces that I had with her. But I bought it again after the fire. I have to look at this, but I think $99949 fine silver. It's got a serial number. It's 882 out of 999. It's a 20. I know she tumbled this. And you know what? It's just silver to me, so we're just going to. I did buy it back, though. It's a 2020 202 something. I don't know. It's got a mint mark on it. Maybe you can see it. There you can see the mint mark. It's an MG. You can see the serial number down there. You can see it's 999.9 fine silver, 20 something. I'll wash that off a little bit, see if I get some more off. I know she tumbled these. And see, there was supposed to be something on the front. That's a 2-ounce piece of silver, but I don't know what. That's what the fire does to them. Yeah, so I had that with her, so I just said, you know, I think I did a race for it, or I bought it. I don't know, whatever. It's just a piece of silver to me. And the return on the investment was good for a 2-ounce piece of silver. So, yeah, that's what we got. So, all right, let's look at Durbin, should we? That's the biggie right there. I got, let's open it up on edge like this because I'm not really sure how everything's packed in there. And I don't reuse these USPS bags, except maybe to store stuff in. I don't reuse those, so. Oh, man. All right, there we go. one package in there. And here's the second one that was in there. Here's the, yeah, this can go in the trash. I'm just, now see, these bags I'll reuse because they're not U.S. Postal Service bags. The Postal Service bags, see, you have to repay. If you're going to reuse stuff from the Postal Service, you have to pay again. And that's bullshit. If I'm going to pay for it, I'm going to get a new one. Let's see, how many auctions was this, man? One. Okay, there's 1, 2. Looks like 3 different auctions. Looks like 3 auctions. Oh, I got a banknote. I got a Ford medal. And Kennedy half. Okay. Joe paid me way too much. Let me see, I got some 40%. I got a Blue Ike, I got another Ellis Island around. I don't know why. It was cheap enough, I guess. I did get a 5-ounce America's Cup and some pennies, rolls of pennies. There's some more rolls of pennies here. Pride of Two Nations coin set. That one was kind of cool. I got a Boy Scout coin I'm going to give to one of my nephews. There's a 925 Canadian nickel. There's a 50% silver commemorative. And there's a Union Pacific Lucky piece. It was won by Hidden. Sent to Hidden. But I paid for that one for him. And I got 2 toonies. No. 2 Bill Reed toonies. Painted and non-painted. Oh, Bill Reed toonies. Painted and non-painted. Toonies from Canada. And I got a 1967 Canadian $1 banknote. That was gifted to me by Hidden. So he sent me one and I sent him one. Ah, cool. And if you don't know Hidden numismatist, you might want to go check out his channel sometime. Because Hidden's a coin collector. He is a numismatist. And I'm telling you, he's got some neat shit. He did a video on large pennies, large cents. And that was interesting to me because I like large cents. Not so much United States large cents, although I have one. I have a New Zealand large cent, Australian large cent. Wherever they're made, I like them. But my collection is Canadian large cents. But listening to him was kind of cool. Let's put this one out of the way for right now because that's got pennies in. We'll do this one. This is the light one here. So let me get up here and clip and plop. You see, I'll open them up so I can reuse these things over. I try to reuse these bags over. I really do. When I send stuff out. Oh man. I don't know how she gets stuff in there. Diane, Joe's wife, Diane's Cabin, because she has her own channel, Diane's Cabin. You may want to check that one out because Diane's Cabin is kind of a neat channel. A real neat channel. Diane's Cabin. All right. What do we got right here? This is a 1972 Eisenhower uncirculated silver dollars. I'm kind of wondering what that one is. I do kind of collect Ikes. I don't have a book or anything, but uncirculated 40% silver Eisenhower dollar. It's a blue Ike. That's what it is. And they call it blue Ike because of the little mint token over there. It is blue, and it is a 1972 40%er, and still in the mint packaging. That's kind of neat. That's actually a pretty good looking coin. I have to look at that a little closer, but that one, I don't know, might benefit from being graded. Oh, cool. Even got the, it's even got all the mint stuff with it. The mint envelope. Cool. I can look at that all day. Yeah, that's kind of neat, man. Put that one back in the plastic. No, and the only reason I collect 40%ers is because they are 40% silver, but their numismatic value, they have a face value, and they also have some historical significance. So they do have a collector's value. Okay, so we'll put you up there like that. What do we got here? Oh, I got another one. You know what? I think they were cheap enough. That's why I bought them. Nobody really wanted them for some reason. I don't know why, but this is 71. The other one was a 72. This is 71. Kind of neat. They are a thing. Everything is like it should be. And this one has no explanation with it. But yeah, there's this. That's the 71. Now the cards. Now remember, the other ones had a card that explained it. This one has two white cards. Difference in years, I guess. I don't know. Difference in years. So we'll put them back in there. It's got the original envelope. So if there was an explanation card in there, it would have been in there, I would think. But there it is. So there's a, get up there, son of a bitch. There's a 71, and there's a 72. So, I don't know. Nobody wanted to bid on them? I'll bid on them. They're both 40% silver. I don't know, a lot of people don't like 40% silver, and I did sell some 40% Kennedys at one time. I got a bunch of more back, but here's a neat one. And I have a few now, but I don't really collect paper currency, but every once in a while I will. Canadian $1, $5, $10 notes. Why? Because they've really gone away from paper notes and to just dollar coins. And I have to get with Black Bacchus and figure out the dollar coins, how many years and what they were, and I'm going to have to get them, even though those are clad coins. I did figure out, guy helped me, a Canadian guy helped me, because I had an 86 beaver nickel that was non-magnetic, but it weighed right, and it wasn't silver, because I had put it on Sigma. He told me that they're 25% one metal and 75% another metal, non-magnetic. Yes, they were. They were non-magnetic that year. So, okay, yeah, I figured we got that figured out anyway. So that was kind of neat. Let's put this aside. Here, this is the I got another bill. So, see, it's not not the same. It's not the same bill. It's a different bill. I got a couple of them. 8644718, and this one is 2199233 for serial number. So yeah, the serial numbers are very far apart. I guess it's just because I wanted it. I don't know. And you'll find from Durbin Auction, I buy a lot of, there's a lot of coins there, some really nice ones. But I buy the Canadian stuff that he has. Now this one is made by the United States Mint. Pride of Two Nations limited edition 2-coin set. Upside down, of course it would be. Pride of Two Nations. Now this was a Canada-US collaboration. Of course, being a Canadian collector, you got to have this. If you were a United States collector, you'd have to have it also. But okay, we'll take the top off and we'll get some information here. American Eagle 1-ounce silver enhanced reverse proof coin and a 2019 1-ounce silver maple leaf modified proof coin. So Weinman and Mercanti on this one, and Blunt and Ott on the other one. Now, Susanna Blunt, I know. Walter Ott, I don't know him, but this is kind of like a little book. It's got 4 pages. It's got 4 pages. Why does it have 4 pages? Because it's English and French. English and French. So that's kind of neat. Of course, you expect French. We'll put that right there. We'll put that up there with the other box. And then we'll just chip this out here. And that goes up there with the other box. There you go, man. Kind of cool. Oh, you guys are seeing this for the first time. Let's, that is cool on the inside. I like that a lot. You know, when Trump was talking tariffs with Canada and he was going to do this and that, and with Mexico, he knows that Canada is one of our closest allies, our closest ally, and we have a lot of shared history. And he knew that, and he was playing them. He was playing them. They took it seriously. They probably should have taken it seriously, but not as seriously as they did. That was stupid, the reaction, but there, how you like that? That's a reverse proof maple, people. I don't care what you say. That's pretty. It's reeded, yeah, reeded edge. But it's a type 1. Man, that's pretty. So it doesn't have a missing reed, being a type 1. That's a pretty coin there. That's a really pretty coin. I don't care what anybody says. All right, let's look at that one. And you can stand these up. Here, I'll show you. Damn it, come on there. Canada wants to be obstinate, just like it did. Huh? Get in there. There we go. Little cut, you can stand it up and display it on your desk if you wanted to. I don't display them, but put that one back in there just like that. There's the maple leaf. Oh shit, look at that. Oh God, that's pretty. It's a reeded edge also. And you got that ugly bitch on the back, but I like the way they did the outside. It's got the radial lines in the middle too. But you want to see how big this maple leaf is compared to a silver eagle? Right there. That's how much bigger they are. Or smaller, I should say. The eagle is bigger. Right there. Look at that. That's the difference in size right there. They look to be the same, don't they, on camera? But they're not. They're very, very different in size. Hey, Captain Vic, Cartier, what's up, buddy? Kellen. Yeah, you know, I was a jump master, a jumper, and a jump master parachutist for 14 years. And you have to be around jet aircraft engines all the time, turbines all the time, as well as a civilian skydiver. And my civilian job was an avionics mechanic or an avionics repairman. So I was always out on the helicopter flight line. I would pull fire guard for when they start the engines. I would fix stuff or replace instruments and have to go over to the compass row and align compasses. And, you know, you're always flying, you're always around helicopters, always around turbine aircraft. And people wonder why I can't hear shit. You know what? 2013, what's that? The First Special Service Force coin? Kellen, is that the one you were talking about? Yeah, you know. Yeah, the mint sets. I bought that one because nobody wanted to buy it, so I put an opening bid on it and I just bought it. The hell, you know. I'll sell it to somebody who wants it, you know. But yes, Canada makes some nice coins. Canada makes nice presentations. And I don't know who actually did the box, but look at the boxes, the case, the paperwork, the other box, and then the other box. United States Mint doesn't do that much. And if they did this, it's because of the Canadian influence, but Canada does nice presentations. It has so many very different series. I like the wildlife series, not so much the birds of prey, but I do collect them. I like the wildlife series. I like some of the other stuff, the Native American stuff that they do. So I just like Canada's quality better, I guess, and its variety. That would probably be why I collect Canadian. But man, oh man, I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, that set cost me, but what the hell, you know? I'm not gonna not buy that one. I can tell you that. I'm not gonna not buy that one. All right, that one's back in the package. I have to put that on my spreadsheet. My spreadsheet. And record stuff. It's like I told my daughter when they were here for Easter. Hey, Mrs. Coin Crew. U.S. Mint did that one. Okay. I didn't know if that was U.S. Mint or the Canadian Mint that did that, but I'll bet you all that packaging, that nice packaging, was with Canadian influence. We're not going to do it unless you do it like this. We're not going to do it unless you do it like that. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Oh, man. I haven't had enough coffee yet today. I can tell you that. All right, this is the last one. This has got the heavy shit in it. So all the pennies are in here. I know there's a 5-ounce piece in here. Looks like this one's going to get destroyed. This bag's going to get destroyed. You know, I was on Block Blockas last night, Mrs. Coin Crew, and he had one of his, I don't know, one of his albums. Anyway, he had 2 stickers on there. One was from Canada, and the other one was yours. Coin Crews, the squirrel one. I thought that was cool as shit. Oh, he was on late last night too, man. I think I went to bed at 1:30, and he was just starting to put stuff away. Blockas. He's a Canadian dude. You'll see him in some streams sometimes. He comes in. He says hi. I just know him from Canadian stuff, and I met him in the streams somewhere. So, well, there you go. I got 2 5-pound. Well, here you go. Here's most of the weight. Here's most of the weight. Pennies. I'll buy a couple rolls of every year, stick them away. Not that I'm going to make any money on them, but I'm hoping that when my daughters sell them 50 years from now, they'll make some money on them. That's the only reason I'm buying pennies. It's the only reason I'm buying them. I don't think they have any intrinsic value anymore, the later ones, because they're not made of copper. The earlier ones are, but maybe they'll make some money on them. I don't know. I bought what the hell is this? Oh, Gerald Ford. And nobody really wanted this one either. It's a Ford medal. Gerald R. Ford, presidential medal. It's silver. I mean, it'll melt just as well as anything. How you like that? 38th President of the United States of America with the eagle on, presidential seal, inauguration date. But there you go. 5 ounces, 90. So I'll take it. I think nobody wanted to buy it because it was 90%, and it wasn't 3/9 fine. But I don't care. I don't care. Make any difference to me. It'll all melt. And I'm sure they did one for every president, and I don't have every president. This one is cool. See, I have a lot of I have the Ellis Island set. I have some of those coins in the wild, the silver ones in the wild. But this is a 5-ouncer. So I'll just make sets and put them together. I think I have 1/2-ouncers too. So yeah, I'll just put it together with them. And this one's 3/9 fine silver, so that's neat. Is this one made by the U.S. Mint? Let me see. Nope. I'm looking to see if I can find a mint mark. This says December of 1900, Ellis Island. And he shows Ellis Island without the Statue of Liberty. But it does show Statue of Liberty on this side. 1886 to 1986. I don't see a mint mark at all, unless this thing is, I don't know, you guys can look at it. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Let me look at the edge and see if there's anything on the edge. If anybody knows who did, oh, there we go. It's number 303233. 3233. So how many suppose was made? 10,000? Zero 3233. No, I don't see a mint mark. I do not see a mint mark. So, anybody can tell me who made that thing? Anybody tell me who made that thing? I don't know who made that. Kind of a neat 5-ounce round. Oh, I'm sure he's popular in Michigan. Ford was another one of those bumbling, stumbling, like Biden, up and downstairs. Yeah, he had a. It's cool. It's cool shit. Usually 925. Well, it could be 925. Because I think, did the U.S. Mint do this? I don't know. We'll have to look and see. Did the U.S. Mint do this? I don't think so. I don't think the U.S. Mint did this. It's got seal of the President of the United States on inaugurated date, 38th President. And here's a number. It's 2228. 2228. Nope, Medallic Art Company, New York. And it does say 999 pure silver. So it's on the side or on the edge. See, maybe I can get it to where you can see it. Yeah, I'd have to do something like this so you could see it. But yeah, you can see it right there. And then there is a number on there. $2228 upside down, of course. So yeah, that's who made that one. Metallic Art Company of New York. But that is 3/9 fine. So okay. We got that figured out. Not 90, not 925. It is 3/9. All right. That's just like those other 5-ouncer. Cool. Yep, private mint. Yep, it's pure, so we're good. The only 5-ounce I did was the quarters. Okay. I don't know. I might have one of them 5-ounce quarters. I don't think I have the other ones. I don't need that bag right now, I don't think. What else we got in here? We do have that Kennedy. And, I don't pay much for these Kennedys. If they're over 12, I don't usually buy them. But this one is really proofy. And that one should have been graded probably. And this one might get graded. That's a really nice 64 Kennedy. Look at the cameo on that. Jesus, man, the depth in that. Look at the depth. Back the same way. Man, I have to look at it closer, but that one might have to go get graded. I don't know. There's some stuff I got that should be. There's some stuff that I have that should be graded. What else we got here? Oh, here are those toonies. Here are those toonies. There's a 2020. I got to get a set of these. And Blackas will be the guy that I can get them from. And these are circulation coins. It's a $2 coin. But here's one that was painted. It's the same coin, but it was painted. That looks cool, I think. He didn't do the front. He didn't do the queen, but he did do the back, which I thought was neat. And they sold that as a set, so that was kind of neat. Where'd that bag go? Right here. So I'll have to get a set of toonies, but I'll have to get with Blackas on that. I like the toonies. I like the way they did the bi-metal, the 2-metal coin. It's just, yeah, it's really kind of neat. I really do like those. I'll have to get a set. Oh, here's my nickel. This is probably a nickel I did not have. I'll have to look at my spreadsheet and see, but this is an 1898 fish scale. Can you guys see that? Hopefully. Let's see if it'll, oh, look at that, how dark that one is. An 1898 fish scale. That one's pretty dark, man. Oop, upside down, ain't you, old lady? There you go. That's a little bit better. Maybe if we go like that, I don't know. That's not a bad coin. It's got some meat on it. Just dark. That's all. It's just dark. 1898. Let's look. Hold up. Oh, shit. I got to get my spreadsheet out again. Let's go with that. We'll put that down here for right now. Spreadsheet. Let's see. That one. That's the other coin. That's anniversary commemoratives. That's Maple Leafs. All right, that one can sit up here. All right. $50, large pennies, wildlife, nickels, small nickels, Canadian small nickels, 18, what was that? 1898? Yeah, 1898, 1898. I did not have. Now I have it. See? I didn't have it. Right there. 1898 I didn't have. Now I got it. Let me see, how much for the 1800s then? I only have 1, 2, 3. And I just bought 18 something H. Ooh, no, I bought an 1890 because I had an 1890 H. So I'm only missing like 3 of those from the 1890s, from the 1900 to to 1910, I have them. From 1910 to 1920, I have all of them. So I've completed 2. Let's see, small nickels. Where's my other small nickel? Large penny, small nickel. There. When we start getting into the 1880s, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the 1880s. I only have 2 1870s and an 1872H. Otherwise, the rest of the 1870s are gone. I have none in the 1860s. I only have 1 in the 1850s. And I don't have anything older than that, than at 1858, I don't think. But I'm getting them, almost got 1, 2, 3, almost got 4 decades done. Yeah, 4 decades. Almost 4 decades of those old fish scales. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'll get some more of them, but I don't really see me getting more than 5 or 6 decades completed. That's the thing with old government coins, is that they get remelted and lost and put in collections, and they're not out there. You won't be able to find them anymore. Hey, looks like I won a GAW. I did win a GAW. Oh, I remember this one too. We had to redraw 2 or 3 times. Nobody wanted to guess an A. I guessed an A the 3rd time, I think. 3 mercs. I got 3 mercs. Pretty good. Pretty good for a GAW. I did manage to get a GAW. All right. They'll go with my mercs. I got a whole pile of mercs. I got probably $2,000 worth of mercury dimes. So, all right, there we go. And then we got a couple of these left. This is the Boy Scouts of America. I bought this because nobody wanted to bid on it again. So yeah, I'll take a Boy Scouts of America. I collect some of these U.S. Mint commemoratives. And this one I decided I was just going to give to one of my nephews. I had 2 nephews that were Eagle Scouts. And I don't know if one of them collects coins or not, but I'm going to try and find out. 90% silver. 26.73 grams, which is normal for an American coin. Why they don't make them in ounce, I don't know, but they don't, because they're stupid. So I don't like fucking American mint, the United States Mint. But I do like the packaging on the commemoratives. Although this down here sometimes is plastic, real cheap plastic. It's a nice coin. I don't give a crap what anybody says. And I was a scout leader for many years, so kind of nice. But I was one of those scout leaders. We had I don't know what they call that troop, but it allows boys and girls in the same, an explorer troop. We had boys and girls. Most of our kids were trouble kids. Always got into trouble. Always didn't listen, getting kicked out of school. And their parents would bring them to us and say, do something with them. And Sergeant Major Kittleson, when he retired Sergeant Major from the 7th Special Forces Group, he was the group Sergeant Major. He started a scout group for trouble kids. And that's where I was for many years. As a scout leader, just simply because of my military skills. When I first started providing support to the scouts, I was in the 10th Special Forces group, and a lot of materials that I had went to the scouts. I think I even brought a team. I brought a team out here, and we surveyed drop zones. We were going to do parachute jumps here, but Air Force, like they do, lost all of that paperwork, and it would have had to been redone, and we just didn't have time to do it. But we did do a couple of missions with the scouts. We did get a Huey helicopter down here from the Minnesota National Guard. We flew in on a Marine C-130 to the Mason City Airport and infilled from there. We used civilian vehicles, cattle trailers to haul the team around. Yeah, we used these scouts as an indigenous force, and it was a great training exercise. Great training exercise. Anyway, yep, scout leader, scout stuff. There you go. We'll put that. We'll put that under the camera here. And then what do we got here? Ooh, there's a couple more back there too. Gotta look at them. Gotta look at them. We got the big one here. I'm not real sure what this is. And we're going a little bit over an hour. It's a little bit too long. I forget what this one is. Nice little lure box though. Nice little lure. Blue velour. Oh, that's the America's Cup coin, 5-ouncer that nobody wanted. I don't know. I'll bid on them if nobody wants them. This is number 17,179, 17,179 out of 35,000. 3 9s fine silver, 5 troy ounces. $19.87 America's Cup. See if I can get it out of there for you. Well, it's kind of a neat case. Made by the Singapore Mint. Kind of a nice case. Is there a place to put your finger in there? No, there is not. So you just lift up. Oh, it does have a little tab here, but it was folded in underneath. That's what you pull it up with. I gotcha. America's Cup coin. This one is really nice. Proofy looking too, boy. But like I say, you know, nobody bids on this stuff. I will. The hell? I mean, it's still Samoa, Sisypho. I don't know what that means, but and there's the cup. It's a $25 denomination. That's really stupid, but boats, yeah, boats. Cool coin. What do you think of that one? Now let's put it back in here the correct way, so that when somebody wants to take that coin out, all they have to do is pull on this tab and lift. That's the way it's supposed to be put in there. We'll put that right back in the top, just like he's supposed to be. Nice. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Where's the bag for that one? Right here. And you know, when they send these in bags, folks, if you're going to put them away and you're not going to put them out for display or something like that, I store them in these bags. I swear to God, it helps protect everything. And I like to try and get as much air out of these things as possible to keep them from toning. All right, what do we got left? We got these two left. And you know, just by looking at these gray little boxes like that, that they are 50% coins. You can just tell. I mean, I can tell. I don't know if you can tell or not. The Royal Canadian Mint, little slide boxes. They have these little fake leather, faux leather cases on them. What's that? That little red. Looks like some of the faux leather came off. But that's what they are. And they have this type of card in them, which will be English and French also. But it says it at the bottom, 500 silver, 50%, 23 grams. What is this one? Oh, this one is the train. It's a Vancouver commemorative, 1886 to 1986. That train is just cool as shit. I think I've got a couple of these. I may have one in a while too. I don't know. It didn't come in the set. But yeah, the train. Whole steam engines. Yep. Right. Just reading this. It says silver dollar marks the 100th anniversary of the inauguration of the Transcontinental Railroad. Hold up. Where is my... There it is. Right there. Transcontinental passenger train with the city of Vancouver in the background. Inauguration of the Transcontinental Railroad and the centenary of the city of Vancouver. All right. Yeah, that's kind of a neat little set. It's kind of a neat little coin, and I like the this little. You see that? And get my hands out of the way so you can see it. That's what I like about Canadian coins, just their presentation. There's one of them. All right, what's the other one? I'm interested now. You got me interested. I don't know what the other one is. Put this one back here. This also got to be a 50%er, just the way it's packaged. Yeah. Like that faux leather case. There it is. This one is it the train? It's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. I got two of them. I don't know why I got two of them, but I got two of them. There's no reason for me to buy two of them unless they were extremely cheap. So there you go. I got two of those. Now I have to look at I got to look at the paperwork. Let me see if I can find it right here. No, ain't that one. Unless it was two different, ain't that one either. Yeah, I think it was two different auctions. Yeah, two different auctions. I don't know. They were the same price, two different auctions. I thought they were cheap enough. So nobody wants to bid on stuff. They're mine. Especially if it's Canadian. You'll see, some auctions are really lively. People bidding on stuff, and sometimes you can't get a bid in edgewise. But my Angry Warrior tackle box knife. Yes, I do wear this one. And I have two, not the same style, but I have two of those little knives. Come in very, very handy, believe me. Yeah, I see now. I can't understand why I bought two, but the only reason I can think of is that, turn the camera back up here so you can probably see my ugly face. The only reason I can think of is that nobody was bidding on them. But that's the thing with auctions. Sometimes some people are gone. Some people aren't there all the time. But a lot of times people are not bidding, where it might be the end of the month and they don't have the money in the account, or and I can understand budgeting stuff. I understand that. But there are times when people don't bid on stuff, and so then I will bid on it. It's like that Gerald Ford, like this Gerald Ford coin. I'm not a particular fan of Gerald Ford, but hey, I'll take it. It's like the Boy Scout coin, this Gerald Ford presidential thing here. I'm not a big fan of Gerald Ford, but it was cheap enough and nobody was bidding on it, so I bought it. That's the way I get stuff a lot of times. If I really want something, I will bid you up. Yes, I will bid you up. Like this Two Nations set here. This Two Nations set. I will bid you up for that. Like the blue ikes and the black ikes, I have a limit that I'll go to for ikes. I won't go any higher than $20. And it depends on the individual coin. I won't go higher than $20. Most of the time, I won't go higher than 16. A couple of $1 notes can go with my other ones, but I have a limit on stuff also. Pennies, I'll go $6 a roll. That's it. I won't go any higher than that, unless they're a roll of Wheaties or something like that. But go a little higher for those, but that's about it. I have a limit also, but when it comes to silver, I'm always looking at what is silver going to do in the future. Always looking at that. So if I can get silver for under 40 an ounce, I'll do that. Depends on what it is, but I always look at melt value, and I go from there. After melt, then you start looking at collectability. So that's just the way stuff is, man. All right, now I'm going to go over here and look at this chat and see what I missed because it's always over to my right. Ooh. Cartier, you are a monster when it comes to ships. And I don't know if I was last Coin Crew auction or not. Was I there Sunday? No, we didn't have one this Sunday. So it'll be next week. That's right. And then the week before that, I only got a couple of eagles on bin because the rest of the day I was at my daughter's and we were working on stuff. So yeah, all right. I remember now. Yes, I remember now. You weren't there this Sunday. You were there the Sunday before. I wasn't there the Sunday before. I just got a couple of ASCs on a bin, and that was it. And the rest of the day, I was working with my daughter, fixing stuff. Sesame's Bruce, whatever the hell that is, freaking. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't have any mods on my channel. I should add some of you guys. I probably will. And then that way you can do some stuff. I'll do that after I'm done here. I'm not real tech savvy. I know I can do that, and I can't do that as I'm doing this because I don't have anybody else to take over. So I'll do that afterwards, and I'll make you guys mods. I will just have to remember everybody that's in chat to do that. So, all right. You have a dime collection, Muscle Show? I got piles of dimes. You want to trade stuff? Jesus Christ, man. I got piles of dimes. I'm one of those prepper stackers, so I got dimes, quarters, and half dollars United States stuff for barter when shit hits the fan, you know. I have some of those too. Not only just collect silver and gold as metals, but barter silver. I think that's how I actually started in the coin community was barter silver. But I did fall for some of those National Collectors Mint and Littleton and all of those that were in magazines to start with. Then I bought some of that stuff. And that's how I got screwed on a couple of tubes of eagles, fake eagles. But I managed to get half my money back on them. And then I started learning more and more and more. And then I found this community in 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. And I'm learning more and more and more. I I work for the federal government. So we have a 401k with the federal government. It's called the Thrift Savings Plan. And you can take out, like, I think at the time you get, well, the Thrift Savings Plan is you are matched dollar for dollar for the first $3. So you put in $3, the government puts in $3. So you're getting double your money. All right. And then for $1, $4, and $5, they will match 50 cents on those $2. So if you put in $5, you're getting $4 back. All right. So you're getting 9% for the 5 that you put in. And then you can put more in above that if you want to. And they had a limit on it at one time when they first started of 10%, and then 12%, and then 15%, and then it was unlimited after that. You could put as much in as you wanted. When I left federal civil service, I took my TSP with me. See, you can invest in your TSP. You can invest in a government bond fund. There's what they call a C, that's a G fund. Then they have a C fund, which is stock market. Just you're investing in the stock market. And then they had an F fund, which is a more or less was a real estate fund, but it wasn't as volatile as the C fund was, and the G fund you were guaranteed not to lose any money, even though it was in government bonds, treasuries. You weren't losing money by the numbers, but you were losing money through inflation. So that it's safe. And so what happens is, when you're at the beginning of your career, you will invest in the C fund. You will take chances with your money to make or lose, because you always got enough time to make up your losses. Well, then you start toward the middle of your career, start dividing your money between the funds, because you want a little bit more security, but you still want to make some money. Take chances to make some money. And then when you get to the end of your career and you're getting ready to retire, all of your money's in the safe fund. You're not making any money, but you're not losing any. And that's the scenario I followed. And then when you leave government service, you retire, you can leave it in the fund. You can leave it in the TSP, and the government will take care of your money for the rest of your life and pay you an annuity and blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't want the government to have control of my money. So I rolled it all out, and you're allowed one rollout from TSP. And I wanted to go into different funds. So I rolled it out to a TD Ameritrade account. Boom. It's still pre-tax money. It's still pre-tax money. So it went from a 401k to an IRA. All right. So it's individual retirement account at that point. And I wanted to roll some into an annuity with a life insurance company, the Knights of Columbus. I did that. I'm a Knights of Columbus member, even though I'm not a devout Catholic. And I wanted to roll some into precious metals, physically held precious metals that I'm holding in my hand. I can do that. Yes, I can. IRS says I can do that. But I have to have a trust. So we did an LLC. The money's in the LLC, is held by the trust. Okay, I had to do that. At one time, I could hold it physically in my hand. I did that, and I took pictures of it. I have those pictures on my hard drive. And I tested all of that metal. Yes, I tested all that metal, because most of the metal came from Atmex. Some of it came from a company in California that's no longer in business. And I wanted all my metal tested, so I bought a Sigma. I tested everything, all good to go. All right. Then the IRS changed its little rule saying I couldn't have it in my safe here at home. I had to have it in a safety deposit box. Well, the safety deposit box is not really safe. If a government entity wants to get into your safety deposit box, it's not guaranteed. It's not insured, nothing. They can take whatever in there. Say, oh, you got all this money from dealing drugs, or you got this, or you got from running weapons. And they can seize that money. And even though you're innocent of anything, you'll not get that money back for years and years and years. And if there's any collector coins in there, they're like MS-70s, the greatest stuff, and they fuck them up, you're not getting paid for that. So after I learned a lot about safety deposit, I took it all out. I sent it all to a commercial vault. I had it in a vault in Delaware under Gold Star Trust. Okay. Well, the more I found out about Money Metals Exchange, MMX, and now who's the other one? SD Bullion. They would hold IRA money, segregated metals in their vault in Utah. Or is it Idaho? Idaho. And where was our last president from? He was from Delaware. I don't like anywhere on the East Coast, so I moved it, but I had to change trust companies. So I did change trust companies to Kingdom Trust. Kingdom Trust got bought out by Digital Trust, so now it's Digital Trust. But they allow me to hold my money in the my metals in the MMX vaults. So it's in Idaho, and I use MMX to buy, so I'm good. Anything I buy, I can put into the vault, but then I would have to commingle with my IRA money. I don't want to do that, or my IRA metals. I don't want to do that. So I keep those metals here at home. When I get too much, then I have to go to the vault with it. But other than that, if I get like over 3 ounces of gold here, then it goes to the vault. If I get over a couple 100 ounces of silver, then it goes to the vault. But vault fees can be expensive. But if you own an IRA, that vault fee comes out of that IRA. And you're going to have to start taking required minimum distributions at 70.5 anyway. So I'm going to get paid in metals, and I will pay the taxes with fiat dollars. That's how that's going to work. Anyway, and it won't come to me. It'll just go from one pile to the other pile. So it'll go from the IRA pile to the pile that's already paid taxes on. Already income taxes on that stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. And my daughters will inherit that pile of interest-free money, or interest-free, but penalty-free money. Now, they might have to pay income taxes on it, but when I die, they can stretch that over a 10-year period. They can take the money that's left to them over a 10-year period, so they can stretch out that tax they're going to have to pay on it. So hopefully it'll work out for them. I don't need it. I have taken some money out of my annuity. Twice I did, because I had to live before I got a retirement check for a couple of years. And I have taken $20,000 3 times out. Let me see, 4 times. 4 times. So that's 20 times 4 is what, 80? Took $80,000 out. Each daughter got $20,000. And I told them they were going to get that. They could use it for weddings. They could use it to pay off loans, student loans, or they could use it for a down payment on a house, or a combination of anything in between. And they've all taken it. I paid my last $10,000 payment last year. Would have been for this tax year. This last tax year, 2024. 2025, I will not owe any. But I had to take $12,000 out, because I don't keep anything in savings account in the bank. Everything goes into that annuity, and I have a separate savings account with that same insurance company, Knights of Columbus Insurance Company, to the side of my IRA annuity. And that I took $12,000 out for my roof. I had to replace a roof. And then one of these years, I'm going to have to replace a septic system. So that's what that money is for. There you go. Did I plan it out well enough? I don't know. I think I planned it out well enough. I don't know what your plan is. But if you're in your 40s, 50s, you should start thinking about stuff like that. 20s, 30s, 40s, you should be saving that money, saving as much as you can, trying to make money on it. But as you get older, you start late 40s, 50s, you start becoming safer and safer with that money until you retire. But have a plan for it after you retire. That was my plan all along, and it's worked out pretty good to that point right now. So, and believe me, we don't have a whole hell of a lot of money. I don't consider myself a millionaire because I don't have that much saved, but I got enough to be comfortable and to live the lifestyle that I'm living. So that was another thing with this video. You know, everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be an influencer on the internet. Everybody wants an OnlyFans account. That's how I started this whole video. Everybody wants to be a billionaire. You're not going to be. You're not going to be. Get a job that you like doing, that pays you enough to live on and save some money on, and be happy. God, just be a little happy. Be happy for what you got. Be thankful for what you got. You're not going to be a multi-billionaire. You can strive for that. And if you, by some accident or quirk of fate, become one, more power to you. I am happy. I'm happy for you. But not all you people out there, and that's going to be 99.9999% of you, are not going to be billionaires or millionaires. You may be millionaires, but you're not going to be billionaires. If I left my metals and money that I have tucked away grow without using it here for the next 30 years, I'll become a millionaire. Who cares? It's just a title. That's all it is. Use the money that you have a plan, use it wisely, be happy with what you got, be thankful for what you got. It's everybody has unrealistic expectations nowadays, in my opinion. I just can't see a lot of people's expectations. I don't know. Maybe it's the parents' fault. Maybe it's the education system fault. Maybe it's all of that all together, society, parents, education system. And maybe that's all together. But there are a couple generations that were just told they could be anything they wanted to be. They could do anything they wanted to do. Everybody got participation trophies. There were no losers. There were no winners. Yes, there are. Yes, there are winners and losers. Yes, there are only two fucking genders. You know, we as a society let two generations down. We really did. I'm glad my daughters grew up here or in small towns, Washington, Iowa, and here in Osage, Iowa, where the education system is a little better, where there's not the societal pressures that there are in larger population centers. We're not on the East Coast. We're not on the West Coast. We're in the middle of the country, the breadbasket, where our grandparents experienced the Great Depression, and our parents learned those lessons from their parents, and we learned them from them. Yes, we can. Yes, we garden. Yes, I raise bees. I get my own honey. I make my own maple syrup. I have a butchering room. It's like a mini locker out in my shed with 12 by 10 by 8 walk-in cooler with a great big gantry system that we can butcher anything, probably a buffalo. We could probably do a buffalo size on that gantry. I know the winch will handle it. I know the bandsaws and the grinder, industrial grade grinder we have will handle it. It's just if you want to do the work. And I rent it out. You can butcher your own stuff. You want to bring a cow over, shoot it, gut it, skin it, cut it up, cooler it until you get it packaged. It's all there to rent. That's where we do our deer every year. That's where we do beef. That's where we do pork. So be self-sufficient. I actually have a vacuum sealer out there. I vacuum seal everything now, just about. I go out and forage for mushrooms. I have packages and packages of dehydrated mushrooms, vacuum packed, also in the freezer. They don't have to be in the freezer, but they are just because that's space. And I provide pork, deer, beef to my daughters. All they have to do is buy it, their quarter, their half, whatever. I'll process it for them. They tell me what they want. I'll process it for them. And there they go. They don't have the locker fees. They don't have storage fees. They don't have all that stuff. So, yeah, most of these girls only have a freezer that's on top of their refrigerator. So they only have that much space. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 chest freezers that are plugged in right now that are full of meat. A lot of it's theirs. Most of it's mine. But yeah, I give a lot of it away, especially mushrooms. Anybody want some mushrooms? I'll send you a little bag of freeze-dried oyster mushrooms. I got a whole bunch of them from a year ago because we had oyster mushrooms up the butt for the last 3 years now. Got some chicken in the woods, not many, but we found some. I still have some freeze-dried or some dehydrated, not freeze-dried, dehydrated chanterelles. Found them 1 year. Lawyer's wigs we found 1 year, but they're an inky cap mushroom. You have to eat them right away. There are some hen in the woods out there, but you really got to look for them. There are some pheasant backs that are edible. Sheep's head in the fall. I got some of those put away. I got some of those dehydrated too. Sheep's head, delicious mushroom. God, man, that's a fall mushroom, no? Yes, there are mushrooms out spring, summer, fall. You just have to look. Certain species, certain times of the year, but you know, be a little bit self-sufficient. If you're living in a city, see if you can have a garden in your backyard if you have a backyard. If not, grow some. You got a balcony on your apartment? Grow some potted tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. Grow some potted herbs, rosemary, thyme, chives. You can grow that in flower pots on your balcony. Not so much tubers, like you could probably do radishes if you had, you might be able to do carrots and potatoes, but you wouldn't be able to do many. You can do actual big tomatoes and hanging basket type planters. There are things you can do to be self-sufficient. You can hot pack a lot of stuff. Don't have to actually can it, but you can hot pack a lot of stuff. I hot pack my maple syrup, and it stays good for years and years. When you pop the top, then it has to be refrigerated, but until then, no. It can just sit on a shelf. So there are things you can do to be self-sufficient and to help yourself out. You can put away, if you're working a job, you can put away $5 a week to buy metals at the end of the month. You'd have $20 at the end of the month. You could buy a half ounce of silver. If you save your money long enough, dedicated account, you could buy a gram of gold, a half a gram or a gram of gold. You can do that. You can do that. So, all right, that's about all I got this time around. Be self-sufficient as much as you can. Appreciate what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Don't live a life that's above your income level, let's say. Live within your means, I guess, is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to be a multi-billionaire. You don't have to be happy. Just be what you are, man. I like knives. I like guns. I have guns. I have knives. I like metals. I have some metals. I invest a few $1,000s in some startups. Whether they make it, whether they don't know. Do I have any money in the stock market? Nothing except for a couple $1,000s that is invested in miners. That's it. That's all. Don't have any Google, Alphabet, NVIDIA stock. I don't have any of that shit. I don't have anything that's on the stock market, I don't think. I might have through my Fidelity account, and I have a Fidelity account, but there's only a couple $1,000s in there, so you get my point. That's where my minor stocks are through. So I might have one or two stocks that are on the New York Stock Exchange, but not many. I'm telling you right now, not many. There are other things you can invest your money in that are better, much better. I would suggest in land. They don't make any more land. Yeah, and granted, you don't really own it because you got to pay taxes on it every year. And if you don't pay the taxes, it ain't going to be yours, even though you paid for it. So, as a member of the Iowa, the ITR, the Iowa Tax Reform Group, we were trying to get those taxes lowered, property taxes lowered or done away with. I think that's the next goal. We've gotten the income taxes lowered and down to a certain level, and it will stay there. I think the income taxes should be replaced, stay on the state level anyway, should be replaced with sales tax, but maybe on a national level also. But yeah, property taxes, inheritance taxes, taxes like that are fucking just theft. That's all they are, is just fucking theft. When you pay $300,000 for a 3-acre property and you pay that note off to the bank, it's free and clear. You don't get a deed anymore. You just get a piece of paper that says you paid off property, and you have to go to the county recorder and have it recorded and all that stuff. You don't get a deed. You used to get a deed to that property. You don't get that anymore. You have to pay property taxes on that property. And we did this video, we did something about this, the last video, that property tax paperwork out on the counter out there. Where your property taxes go. 45% of my property taxes, getting close to 50% of property taxes in this fucking county, go to the school district. I got a gravel road out here that hasn't seen new gravel, good gravel, in years. Yeah, they put gravel on it, but it's low quality limestone shit that breaks down within a year, 6 months after being driven on. And what they do when they grade the road is they push mud back and forth. They don't have enough rock put on the road because of the weight of the vehicles on the roads now. especially farm vehicles and farm equipment that push the roadbed down, down, down. The ditches are filled in, so your ditches aren't as deep as they were. Your roadbed's not as high. You don't get as much gravel, and the gravel you do get is low quality stuff. So all they're doing when they grade the road is they're just pushing mud up and down the road, and whatever little rock is there, they pile in the middle. You get frost boils in the spring, in the middle of the roads. It's, you know, and those property taxes are supposed to go for road maintenance and improvements. Doesn't happen. And when it does happen, they do it the cheapest way possible, so it has to be replaced again in another 10, 15 years. Well, it won't be our problem then. You're right. It won't be. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Be happy. Be thankful. We'll see you.